together because that's what he said. He said, "Oh, I want to work on myself so like we can be better and like we're not arguing all the time, etc." But it just sounded like a bunch of bullshit. But like if you say that to a man, or like not to a man, to him specifically, if I were to be like, that doesn't sound right, he'll take it like as I'm attacking him instead of like taking it for face value. But anyways, so this was like last month where he suggested a break. And he also like agreed that we would not see other people. This is very important because he agreed we were very much still like together in a sense, but just not like hanging out every day, not going on dates all the time, right? So he became very inconsistent. And this was a consistent man. Like if he ever said we're going on a date on Friday, we would go on a date on Friday. But it started being like, I'm going to take you out on Friday. And then Friday came and then, oh, I forgot I had a meeting, so we can't actually go. Or, oh, my car broke down and I can't Uber and nobody can drive me, so I can't go. Or I know I said I was going to hang out with you today, but I can't come pick you up. So like, whatever. Keep in mind, I have a car. I can drive. So he would like just have problems that can easily be like, I can easily solve them. Okay, if your car is broken down, I can drive. But he would never like solve the problems. He would just always have the problems. Anyway, so obviously I had my own doubts, but whenever I raised them, oh, it seems like you're being inconsistent, he would get mad and say that I'm accusing him of not trying enough. I'm being too hard on him. Everything is new. He's just trying to figure out his life, and I'm like being too hard on him. And so actually 3 days ago now, Monday this week, we had made a plan that we were going to sit down and talk about our relationship and see if this is just, we should break up or we should continue this relationship, right? This was this Monday. And, as I said, he always cancels. So this Monday, he told me that the morning his car was dead, his car battery was dead, and he couldn't find a way to come. And I'm just like, I'm so fed up because I'm like, this is like the make or break moment and you're giving me excuses. Like, I'm not dealing with this. And something clicked in my head, like, drive to this guy's house. I know it sounds crazy. But it seemed like this guy is lying about everything. So he said his car was in the mechanic. So I drove past his house and his car was parked outside. So outside his house. So he wasn't at the mechanic. So I text him again. I'm like, babe, where are you? And he said, I'm at the mechanic. I'm talking to someone right now. I'm too busy. And I'm like, you're busy? I can see your car. What do you mean you're busy? Well, I didn't say that. I didn't text him that, but I thought of it. I'm like, what do you mean? I just let him feed into the lie, right? As I'm parked outside his house, I kid you not, a girl pulls up right behind me and parks right in front of his house. Bro. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. Keep in mind, I know this girl because when his car broke down again, because he has a fucking horrible car. Sorry for like swearing. When his car broke down in front of my house, he had to call this girl, and she was magically the only person that could come jump his car. So she came in front of my house to jump his car. And they were talking, and she asked him about me and our relationship. So I'm like, okay. And I talked to him. Keep in mind, this girl has been talking shit about me like a couple years back. I heard she was saying whatever. I didn't pay no mind. And I told him this. And I'm like, why are you talking to this girl? Like, I'm telling you that she's saying this and that about me and etc. She's Jamaican and I'm Nigerian. So one time we went to go, me and my ex, we went to go eat food, Nigerian food. And then he was like, oh, I really want some Jamaican food right now. Just out of nowhere. He was just like, I really want Jamaican food right now. I'm like, why would you say that? Anyways, back to the story. So I recognized the girl And I stay in my car. I don't say anything. I don't move. I stay in my car. I watch her get her bag, a big ass bag. You know, like when you go spend the night at someone's house or you spend the day at someone's house, you have all your stuff. A big ass bag. She goes into his house and he's telling me he's at the mechanic. I'm like, what? Like, why are you lying? I'm right outside. So you know what I do? Like, I get out of the car. I'm banging on the door. Nobody's coming out. I just watched this girl go inside and they're acting like they don't hear me. I'm ringing the doorbell. Nobody's coming outside. I'm going to the side door, knocking on the door. Nobody's coming outside. So then I go back to my car and I wait in my car. And then I call him again. And then he's like, why are you at my house?
Wow.
He's like, why are you at my house? And I'm like, how do you know I'm here? And he's like, oh, my cousin told me. You little dumbass, your cousin told you? Your cousin is at work. No. I was not the side. I was with him for a year. This girl just came into the picture a month ago. I was with him for a year. Or maybe I was the side in my own relationship. Maybe it's seeming like it. So,
Could be, it's possible.
yeah, like it's seeming like it because on Valentine's Day, he said he had work at 4 p.m. He never works at 4 p.m. He never works at 4 p.m. So we had to like a rushed Valentine's Day and he disappeared. Like he disappeared at 4 p.m. And now I'm thinking about all the lies he's been telling me. Oh yeah, I'm like skipping over some parts. I'm sorry. I'm not being linear with my thing. But after I've talked to him, whatever, he goes he hangs up the phone and he sends his cousin that lives with him inside. So she comes outside and she's talking to me and I'm like, this guy's trying to make it seem like I'm a crazy ex. He's been telling me that we need to work on a relationship, but he's out here fucking who and doing all this and all this and all this. When when guys follow me on Instagram, he also follows those guys. Like, so he made it seem like he was so protective over me. Like, no, I don't want you talking to nobody else. I don't want you to be with nobody else. So I'm feeling like secure. He's actually working on himself. But in reality, he was setting himself up for another relationship while not ending it with me, you know? So after I catch him, then he flips the story and he's like, oh, I told you I don't want to be with you anymore. Yada, yada, yada. All this and all this and all this. And then I talked to his cousin, and keep in mind, his cousin tells me that they've been fucking with each other for a month, for the past month, that me and him have been like working on each other. So I've been here trying to better myself for this relationship, trying to be less like toxic, trying to like work and fight for this relationship. But he was just starting another relationship with another girl and keeping me around. I would ask him straight up, are you talking to someone else? And he would never admit it. He'd be like, no, I'm not. I only want to be with you. Yada, yada, yada. And it's just like, why couldn't you be honest? Why couldn't you just say, I don't want this relationship anymore? Like, honestly. And it's just like a waste of my time. I got him stuff for Valentine's Day and he was even thanking me for the shit. Oh my God. He was even thanking me for the stuff that I got him on Valentine's Day. Whole time he had another girl. He had another girl. Like, he told his younger sister that he had a new girlfriend. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's so, like, he lied about everything. Like, actually everything. I wanted to say one more thing. There were certain times where his boss would call him and he just would have to go. Like, I have to go. There were times where, like, obviously now that I'm, like, looking back at it, it wasn't his boss. It was her. And it was always her. And it's just like, she knew about me. She blocked me on Instagram so I couldn't see them following each other. Like, can you believe like the extent these people actually went instead of just being like, hey, let's break up, you know? Keeping me in like a loop of constantly doubting myself, constantly like all that and all that and all that. Like, what do you gain from that, you know? Like, it's just so crazy. And oh yeah, and also after I caught them, he posted her on Instagram. Like, he posted her face. Like, they posted up together right after I caught them. And he didn't post me for Valentine's Day, and I was wondering why. Now I know why. So, like, it's just like I got played like a fucking flute. Like, honestly.
That was fast to be posting each other, right?
Yeah, I know. That's how I know that it's not real. He was just like, I'm not sure. Like, I really don't know what the point of all of this was. You know, like if you wanted a new, no,
So
yeah,
would you say that there were like lots of signs, right? You
yeah,
said it. There were signs, but maybe you didn't really pick up on them. Um, or you kind of noticed that it was like a red flag, but maybe just overlook it at that time. You know what I mean?
yeah, right. But the thing is with this guy is that he'll manipulate things into you feeling bad for him. You notice how I mentioned that he moved out of his house? Like earlier, he moved out of his house, so he needed to get stability and all this and all this. You know how I mentioned that earlier? Originally he told me he got kicked out. So he like set a whole story that he got kicked out of the house and he's so emotional and his family hates him and they all kicked him out, all this, and this. Keep in mind, until like yesterday, I was under the impression that he got kicked out. He would even use this in a sense, like we would be arguing and he'd be like, I just got kicked out of my house. You're doing this to me. Like my family, da da da. He didn't get kicked out. He never did. He literally just moved out. So he lied to me about that too. He lied to me about everything. There was one time he was supposed to come over and he was like, "Oh, I forgot it's my sister's birthday. I have to go to my sister's birthday party." I went on Facebook earlier today and I looked at the pictures his dad posted. He was not in a single picture. He did not go to his sister's birthday party. He went to go hang out with a side bitch instead of going to his sister's birthday party. Like, it's just like out of this world how someone can completely build up a life and a complete lie and just live it to the point where he's believing his own lies. And it's like, obviously, these are the type of lies where I can't accuse him. You know how crazy it would be for me to be like, you're not going to your sister's birthday party. Now I look like the crazy person. I'm trying to take him away from his family. You know?
Guys, Fifi, my man. Only thing I just need to have some tear running down, you know? Like, guys, it's emotional, right? I want y'all to type your thoughts in the chat. Give her some advice, some encouragement. She'll be looking at the chat. You have like 20 seconds. Just type your thoughts. It's gonna be you on the chat, Fifi. Just look at what's going on there. Type
Yeah.
your thoughts, guys. Don't stay silent. We don't stay silent over here. By the way, is it your first time here, Fifi?
Yeah, it is. Y'all don't want to hear my thoughts. Yeah. Oh, thank you guys.
You didn't go to
Oh, it's a whole thing. Yeah, thank you so much. And I just don't want to send the wrong message here that like I'm like in contact with him or I forgive him or any like that's been cut off. Like he's blocked on everything. Like I even blocked him on Spotify. Like I blocked him on every platform I could block him on. Like this is just done, you know?
Mm, wow. And in the meantime, what advice could you give us, Fifi, based on your experience? I do generally ask that.
Always, always, okay? If a man ever or anybody actually ever like changes drastically and has an excuse for literally everything, there's either another person or they just don't want to be with you anymore. If someone who was once loving, planning like planning dates, excited to see you, is now being cold towards you, never wants to see you, is always acting like you're begging them for their time, just know you need to get up out of there. It's not about you. They're gonna try to make it about you. They're gonna try to be like, oh, you're acting like this, you're acting like this. but it's never actually, I'm never actually about that. They're literally just looking elsewhere, or they're just don't want to be in the relationship anymore and they don't know how to say it. That's the best advice I could give.
You heard that, guys? Fifi said it. She said it. And obviously, you've typed your thoughts in the chat, and she's seen all of that. I appreciate everyone sharing and typing. Again, Fifi, thank you for
Thank
sharing your
you.
story.
Thank you for like,
I wish you all the best. Okay.
yeah, you too. Have a great night.
Take care. Wow. Let's get someone on here real fast. Oh, I didn't see your request, doctor. Okay, I didn't see your request, but I assume you wanted to comment on this person. No, sorry, let me get you on, doctor. Hi, you wanted to comment?
Honestly, just the same reaction you had, only the tears needed to come out for you. I think it was the same. I wanted to just first of all tell Fifi to take a deep breath, like just breathe for a second, because what you've just shared is really heavy. I think I just want to say that the advice that she gave is so spot on as well. Like if you see any changes in your person, the thing is, what he was trying to do was very much clear. He A lot of people get into relationships because of pity stories. Someone would just say, "Oh, my mom died," or something, and you're not a horrible person. Do you know what I mean? And you're just trying to be there for them and, do what you need to do. But they're actually taking the mick. They are using Peter's stories to get you wrapped around their fingers so that they would not take accountability whatsoever for anything that they're doing. Yeah, they want to escape everything. So it's almost like, oh, if he does something, you say, oh, but I don't have a dad. Or, but I've not got money. I've not got a job. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing that? For him to post that lady straight after, that is violation of the highest order. That is him telling you, you were never it. It's going to sting, Fifi. Like you were never, and this is not about you. This is not about, you are a gem, you're a price, right? This is about him not being able to identify value, not being able to see that this is someone who doesn't just love me for my money, my looks. This is someone that genuinely loves me, and he fumbled that for someone else. So you don't even want a man that doesn't see you as a person. He sees you as an object. He sees you as something that he can just keep on the side whilst he goes looking out for what is lost. So what you experience is not even a heartbreak, it's violation. And this is what they do. They get you so broken because they know, if I post this picture with this girl, she's gonna see it. And if she sees it, she would, come fighting, she'll come around the block, she'll get stuck. It's all about getting your brain to be wrapped around their BS. And then you're stuck. So I am glad that you figured that out and you chose yourself. Do you know what? Chill. There's so many people that wouldn't get out of what Fifi got out. They will still be there. Like, I was the first person there, so I'm not going anywhere. I don't care who you go and meet. I'm not leaving. There are women that are doing
Yep.
that as I speak to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So let me
Yep.
just wrap it
I've
up
heard
here.
those stories.
Yeah, Fifi, you are a strong woman. Nothing about who he carried, who he chose, has to do with you as a person. It has everything to do with him as an unfaithful man who will still do the same thing to that woman, or currently even doing it already. It's not just you and it's not just her, period.
Thank you for sharing again, doctor. Guys, I don't know. I always meet some amazing people here, who have some amazing insights and, your you're passionate. I appreciate you, Doctor Riri. Thank you. Alrighty. Who is next? Oh dear, I see so many requests. I'm going down my list. I will be going down the list, guys. I see all the requests. Remember, if it's your first time here, you might want to see me a second time. So hit that, just hit the follow, guys, so you can see me another time while you're scrolling. Still going through my list. I have about, what, 8 people? Is it 8? Is it 8 people I have? 6. Now 5 requests. Excuse me. Guys, remember, hit the follow so you can see me another time. Hi, can you hear me? T, can you hear me? I am still going down the list. Judith, Judith.
Yes,
Hi,
hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so I just wanted to come and I heard Fifi's story. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I went through something a little similar, and so that kind of inspired me to share my story. And so mine started quite a bit back in 2018. I was 19. I met this guy. We hit it off. About 6 months in, he proposed, and about at 8 months, we ended up getting married. So we get married. Everything was great the first year. Second year, like the middle of the second year, things started to get shaky. I was hearing rumors and allegations of him cheating, and so I ended up kicking him out. We were married, so we ended up working it out. We were on and off until finally it was like, okay, it was off. But he was still trying. I still loved him, obviously, because that was my husband. And I later found out that he had a mistress. He would always come back. He would always try to work the relationship out. I was very young and naive. I tried and tried and tried. For the time that we were married, I was not able to have any children. So I, of course, thought that I was barren, and we were having a lot of issues with, I was having a lot of issues with the mistress. We would go back and forth, which I regret now. I would never do that now. But finally, and my husband is almost like, my ex-husband, it's almost like he hated me. He would always try to hurt me in any way. He knew I couldn't have kids, so one day he came to my job and he said, that means you are married. That means that we're one. And I said, yes. And he says, well, we're having a baby. And I said, what? And he says, yes, that the other woman was pregnant. And my heart dropped. I was like, that's so cruel. That we've been trying to have a baby for the longest, and you would do that to me. And he did it to get a reaction. It's almost like he hated me. Fast forward, it was still back and forth. Fast forward, she ends up losing the babies. And he came over my house as we were living separately. And he says, I want to work on our marriage. I know I messed up. But I want to try to work on our marriage again. We tried for about a month. I noticed that she was still in the picture, began to throw all of my things out of my apartment. I was going to move to another state with my aunt. And just before I was about to move, I was feeling weird. I hadn't gotten my cycle, but it wasn't really a red flag to me because I was already irregular and we had been trying for so long that wasn't even a thought in my mind. Well, it turns out that I was pregnant. I thought that everything would change. And during my entire pregnancy, he was amazing. Our life did a complete 180. We were now living together. He was doing everything. He cooked, he cleaned, he worked, he did everything. I'm like, okay, perfect. This is perfect. It rolls around Thanksgiving time, and I see a post on Facebook. I'm 8 months pregnant at this time. I see a post on Facebook from one of his family members that wrote, like, she ended up putting like a baby name that resembled his name, which drew a red flag to me. And I told him, I said, come over. I was at my mom's house for Thanksgiving. So he came over, and, he was in his era of rebuilding the trust in our relationship. So I told him, give me your phone. And he gives me the phone. And so I go to the WhatsApp app, and I have her WhatsApp because she had reached out to me before on there to antagonize me. So I see that he saved her under a different name, and I opened the message, and she said to him, oh, I was in the hospital. The baby's okay. It was just my blood pressure. That's when I find out that we were both pregnant at the same time. So I tell him, I said, you should have told me. If you would have told me, I would have aborted the baby and moved on with my life. I mean, he was pale. He did it. He just said, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why would you abort my baby? No, I'm sorry. And of course, I was devastated. I was a mess. The girl, I reached out to her, and I told her, I said, you're really like a homewrecker. Like, this is my husband, and you knew what it was from before. And you could have said something. And she said that he threatened her and told her that if she were to tell me, he would not be in the other baby's life. And so that's why she didn't say anything, but it was so hostile, our conversation. My baby shower rolls around, and he's there, of course. We had already planned everything. He had to be there to help me with everything that was going on in the baby shower. And at the baby shower, his family were taking pictures. There was one specific picture where we were cutting the cake, and he gave me a kiss, and that's when they snapped the picture. They put it on Facebook, and I guess she saw it. She went crazy. I mean, she was calling her family, telling him that she was going to take her baby and she was going to move to a different state, and she was just going crazy. After that, she said that a couple days after, she said that she'd given birth. She didn't allow him to go to the hospital, but she'd given birth. He showed me the picture, and I'm like, this baby does not look like him. But obviously, I didn't say that because I would look like the hater. Now, I'm very stressed out. I'm 8 months pregnant. And no, right before she gave birth, though, this is an important key. Right before she gave birth, she went to go look for me at my job. God is so good, because that specific day was a day that I would usually work. But that day I felt tired. I asked for the day off. She didn't say good morning, good afternoon. She went straight to my desk and asked directly for me. And they're like, oh, she's not here. When will she be back? And they said, I don't know. So my friend calls me. She's like, hey, Erica came here looking for you. And I said, what? She says, yeah. I said, oh, no. I'm going to go. We have cameras. So I'll go see the camera. She definitely was there. But how does she know where I work? I was upset. I wanted to go fight. But my mom was like, no, you're 8 months pregnant. You're not going to go fight. She has the baby. After the baby shower situation, it's almost like she went crazy. So about another week goes by. I'm at work, and I am looking at my emails, and a news report had came through about a girl, a specific girl that I knew, that she was murdered and her baby kidnapped. But when I read the article, I see that my husband's mistress murdered this woman to take her baby because she had a miscarriage, to make my husband believe that the baby was his. Wait. So at this point, I am shocked. It was all over the news. I mean, the news article is on my page, on, what ended up happening. She actually just got sentenced this year to 40 years in jail, for the murder of the girl. And the girl was actually her best friend. So she killed her best friend to take her baby, to make him believe that it was his because she miscarried. Now, I am still very pregnant, stressed out. Um, and I know, guys, I know you guys are going to judge me, but I end up having my baby and we are still together. Everyone thought, no, with this situation that just happened, he's going to settle down. I mean, the cheating is going to stop. This was so close because when the SWAT team went to go kick down her door to get her, he was with her. So they took them both into custody. But when they realized, they took his phone and went through it and they interrogated, they saw that he was not part of the plan. He really didn't know. So they let him go. But she was actually, they kept her. They found the baby's bracelet, the best friend's phone on her. She took a bunch of things after she slit her throat. I'm sorry?
Too much information. Go ahead.
Sorry. Anyway, a couple months go by. My postpartum was horrible. I finally decided this time, guys, for real, for the sake of my daughter, I said, I can't stay in this. I need to leave. I can't be in this situation. And I did end up leaving. I'm sorry. I don't want it to get flagged for what I'm saying, but yeah, I did end up finally leaving him because he ended up cheating again. He actually slept with one of his friend's wife. And that was for me the last straw. I said no. I'm leaving. And I did leave. I left. I grieved. A few months later, I ended up finding another man who was amazing. Our relationship lasted 3 years. In those 3 years, this man worshiped the ground that I walked on. I mean, it was amazing. I didn't have any issues with him. We both traveled a lot and we're both from the same place. We're both from Honduras. Now, I had a job that, like a normal job. I have PTO, but I can't just get up and leave whenever I want to. His job was a lot more flexible. So a few times he traveled to Honduras, a few times that I wasn't able to go, but his family, his mom, everyone is out there. So, I mean, I didn't have any issues with it. You can go see your family. Our relationship, the trust was immaculate, no issues. Fast forward to 2023. Now, remember, I have a daughter because I gave birth to my daughter. I have a daughter. I'm sorry?
Congrats.
Thank you. So I have my daughter. My partner at the time, he was in Honduras on a trip for his sister's wedding. And so I stayed back home. I was with my daughter. I noticed one day that my daughter was not feeling well. She was having trouble lifting one arm. And she was telling me her leg hurt. She had a fever. So, but I knew she didn't fall or anything because we were in the house the whole weekend. So I said, no big deal. I'll give her some Tylenol. Tomorrow I'll take her to the pediatrician. And I did that. I took her to the pediatrician. And after I did so, they did tests. They got some blood work. They gave us some medicine for her fever. And the next day, I get a call from the doctor, and the doctor is like, hey, we need you to go to the children's hospital. And I'm like, well, is everything okay? And she's like, well, we found some malignancies in your daughter's blood work. And I said, malignancy? She says, yes, cancer. I dropped to my knees and was bawling. I mean, I knew she had a fever. I knew she wasn't feeling well, but I never expected that she had cancer. At this time, my daughter's 5 years old. And, of course, I rushed to the hospital. I'm devastated. Um, and, my whole family was there with me. My partner ended up coming back from Honduras. He came to the hospital. He stood with me, for a few days. But after the few days, he said that he wanted to go back to Honduras with his friend because his friend had something to do, which was very I don't even remember what it was, but I know it was very irrelevant and just, I don't know. So I told him, at this moment in my life, what I'm going through with my daughter, I can't think straight. I'm in a place where I don't know what's going to happen with my life. Like, why are you choosing to go at this very moment for something that is not important? He still decided he wanted to go. I said, okay, whatever, go. I'm at the hospital a week. A weekend, he does have other kids as well. A weekend, one of his baby mothers, she texted me and she said, hey, I'm just letting you know that your stepson is dead. And I said, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, the one in Honduras. I said, what stepson in Honduras? He doesn't have any kids in Honduras. And she says, yes, he does. That's when I realized that man was cheating on me. He cheated and had a baby with me in Honduras. And the only reason I found out was because a tree fell on top of the little boy and killed him. So at this point, I'm grieving my daughter's diagnosis. Now I'm grieving the loss of my relationship. And I thought that my daughter's dad, my ex-husband, would step up, obviously not for me. He had already moved on as well. He moved on before we ended our relationship. So, he moved on before we even ended the relationship. But I said to myself, this is his daughter. We don't know if she's going to make it or not. She has a terminally ill disease. He did not at all throughout the whole. Now, she had leukemia, and the treatment plan for leukemia is 2.5 to 3 years, assuming that there are no complications, that there's no relapse. So, in the 2 years that we were struggling going back in the forth to the hospital, he only went to the hospital 2 times to see his daughter. And so, it was, I was grieving that. Now, when my partner, the reason that it hurt me so much with my partner that I was with was because our relationship was so amazing. So I did not expect that he would do something like that to me. After I broke up with him, he was angry, he was resentful. And the day after I broke up with him, he uploaded a picture of him and his girlfriend in Honduras on Facebook. He made his relationship public. I am in the hospital with my daughter, grieving and also coping and trying to see and realize how could you post a picture of you and her in the very next day. It's almost like and so that's why I said I understand Fifi, because I understand the hurt that that it is to go through something like that, to see something like that, especially when you've been there for a person. I mean, I was there with this man through thick and thin. There was a period of time where he was going through depression. He lost his job. It was bad, and I was there through all of that. So for you to do that, to not only have a baby, but not even consider my feelings or help me when I most needed it, like I helped you, you didn't. You decided to, go with your girlfriend, and post her. He ended up getting her pregnant again, after they lost their child. And I went into a deep depression for almost 2 years. It was terrible. I wanted to not be here on the earth, many, many times. But my daughter essentially doesn't have a dad. He doesn't care for her. So if I did anything like that, who was going to be here for my daughter? I had to pull strength from where I did not have. I had to rely on God. God pulled me through every single situation that I went through. And now, thankfully, I'm a lot better. I swore that I would not be in any more relationships because those two traumatized me, yeah, to the core. And I did end up meeting somebody who is amazing. It's just hard to trust right now, because it's like, is it worth me giving somebody the chance to to be with after everything that I've been through? I don't know.
Wow. First thing I'm gonna say, guys, type a word of prayer for the daughter. Okay.
Yeah, she is doing so much better now. That's another thing I want to say. She did beat cancer. She's in remission. She rang the bell in October of last year. So she is well now. Oh, and thank you for everyone that is praying for my daughter.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
I know. I'm sorry. I know it was a lot to unpack. Yeah.
But like I said, this platform here, if it's your first time here, guys, hit that follow so that you can see me another time. I don't think you want it to be your last time scrolling on your page and see this channel, okay? But I I do this because I want people to share their experience, their stories, so that others can, learn from it. Others can be inspired, motivated, all of that stuff. And also, provide you with feedback, and just kind of have a community here. So Judith,
Yeah.
appreciate you sharing your story. And I just honestly, I'm not even gonna comment really much,
Well,
but we see what's that?
you as a man, I would like to hear your perspective and ask, moving forward, what do you think I should do you think that things like this can be prevented, and what should I look for to where I'm not in a predicament where I'm with someone like that?
I mean, so how long did you both? You said you dated for how long?
So with my husband, it was very fast. Like I said, I was 19. I was very naive.
Yeah.
With that second one, we dated for quite a while. We dated for about a year and a half before we ended up moving in together.
It's a year and a
Hmm.
half, right?
Yeah.
And so would you say there were signs that so in the end, would you say that the the bad things that you noticed in the end,
Hmm.
would you say that they were present from the beginning and you just didn't pay attention to them?
I can say that in my second relationship, there were, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be transparent. There were some red flags. Um, but not enough, in my opinion, to outweigh the good that, like I said, our relationship was amazing, amazing, amazing. So there wasn't enough red flags for me to feel like, okay, I'm going to leave him because of this, you know.
And so in the end, like, were those not like the same reason why you guys separated? Like,
Well, I would say no, because, well, maybe one of the red flags was the times that he would go travel to Honduras without me. Um, but the reason why I didn't see it as a red flag was because his family was in Honduras. All of my family is here, So I always said to myself, I don't want to deprive him of being able to interact with his family just because I'm not able to travel with him. And plus, we traveled everywhere else together. We've even traveled to Honduras together, and what's even more crazy, he when we did travel, we would go to the village where the girl is from. She would see us. So that wasn't although at the end, yes, I'm like, that's a red flag. I didn't see it as a red flag while I was in the relationship.
Doctor, you said you have some you wanted to share a thought. Guys,
I
remember, if you're
think
new, hit the follow, guys, if you're new here.
on
Go
a
ahead.
lighter note, Judith, my love, can we celebrate one big thing?
Of
You
course.
had a baby when you thought you couldn't.
Yes.
Can we just thank God for that first? It
Yes.
don't matter what that baby went through, beating cancer, you had a child when you thought medically you could not. Firstly, big up yourself for that.
Yes. Thank you.
Before we start talking about how your trauma has led you to attract whatnot and whatnot, listen, we're all out here trying our
Yeah,
best.
right?
Do you know what I mean? So many people have gone through childhood trauma, so many things they've been through that has made them to, be in a place where they seek love outside of themselves.
Mm.
So it's not your fault, but we have the job to do. That's what I want us to hear. Because so many people are taking blame. Oh, it's your fault that you're attracting that. It's your fault that you're in
Yeah.
that toxic relationship and da 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 da. But here we are, just seeking to be loved, giving your all to someone. You could have been a very horrible person to the next person, but what did you do? You gave love.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You helped him. He had no job. And at the point where he needed you or where you needed him, where was he? Back in his home country with another woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your fault he went to another woman. That's his problem, not a you problem.
Right.
So the only part you need to take accountability or responsibility is loving yourself so much, working on yourself so much, which includes self-love. Like the love you want to give them, give it to yourself. The love you want to give them, give it to your child, that baby girl.
Right. No, yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
a man who could leave me in a very, very complicated situation will leave me in a bigger complicated situation where my life is on the line.
Mm-hmm.
So why do I need a man like that?
Yeah.
So I just need you to go with one thing. You had a miracle in your hands from a very shitty person. Focus on the miracle, not the shitty person.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. Well said,
Thank
doctor.
you.
Judith, you heard that.
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Alrighty. Good night, guys.
You take care now.
You too.
Doctor. Oh my. I'm gonna need you around here. Thank you again, doctor.
Be here, be here.
No worries. Bye. Guys, if this is your first time watching my live stream, Remember, hit the follow so that you can see me another time. You want to see me tomorrow? Or, who knows, maybe I don't come on here tomorrow. Maybe the next day. If you just want to see when I'm here, hit that follow. Next person. DJ. Abby. Let's see if we can get Abby in here. Hi. Abby. EBBY. Can you hear me? Whoa, with the rope. What? Flower, thank you. Abby, can you hear me? I'm gonna move on if going once, going twice. Okay, let's move on. Kimmy, hi, welcome. KIMMY. Let's get someone else. Aisha, ISHI, Ishi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good.
I've been on your panel before.
Oh, you've been here.
Yeah. I shared a story about I don't know. Do you remember?
Give me that refresher. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm the girl that told you a story about me losing my brother and my husband not being there for me and got divorced. Then, like, my brother died on the last year, November 1, and then I got divorced in December 5. I don't know if you remember.
Yep, yes.
Your face looks like you're still trying to figure it out.
Oh no, I remember. Not the entire story, but I do remember. I remember, like,
Okay, yeah. So, okay, so, like, when you're a Muslim, okay, the rule is when you get divorced, your husband needs to still take care of you for 3 months, and you as well, you don't have to see any other guy or chat to any other guy. So, well, let me read. What did you just say? So anyway, he has to take care of me for those 3 months. It's my choice if I want to stay in my house and he gives me money and take care of me financially. But then I decided not to stay in my house. I decided to leave the house, and the furniture and everything that was in the house goes to me as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved cities. I moved from a city to another city to heal and to get better because it was so much was happening. He wasn't speaking or texting me or even being there for me. He's not, even till now that I speak, he's still not. And this month, February, is the last month of him to take care of me. Then the month that comes, I can start dating other people. So anyway, I just came in to tell you guys, since you kind of remember the story, so I'm just giving you guys an update. Is that fine?
Yeah, I do encourage people to give an update. They like.
Okay. So I moved to another city. I staying with my cousin. I also told you that I do have psychosis. So I see my sorry. Just getting anyway, so I see my doctor that is here that I go to. It's been tough because I'm telling you, I never ever thought divorce would be the biggest, the most painfulest thing, and losing a brother who was there for me, and he was like my shield.
So if I recall correctly, he was not very nice towards you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just something to maybe think about. Usually when people are in a situation like that, they focus on how toxic it was and how important it was or is to, just call it get to safety or get out of that kind of situation. And so I think instead of looking at the fact that you didn't want to have divorce, all of that stuff, that's not what you did your part, obviously, that you wanted marriage to work, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's not a fault of yours why it didn't. Also, if it was working and things were bad, I'm pretty sure that's not where you'd want to be anyway.
For sure.
So I guess it's definitely, you're gonna have to take the time to make the progress, that so slow progress. But I think that's why you should maybe focus on the positive part of it. And that would help you. That you definitely wasn't gonna stay around in something that was unhealthy.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say about that. All right. So I will again thank you for the update. All right.
Can I kindly just reply to some of the
Oh, sure. Go
messages that
ahead.
are
Go
coming
ahead.
through? Is it Mandy? I do when you're married, as a woman, it's your choice if you want to work. And if he accepts for you to work, you work. And even when you work, your money is your money. You don't share with him. But his money is my money. That's how it works in Islam. Because the man is 100, a girl is 50. A man's duty, a girl can't do a man's duty. So if a man gets married to you, he's moved you from your comfort zone, your mother, and where you stay, and you're moving with him. You understand? And he has to take care of you financially, everything. He has to do it for you. That's how it is. So, me working, he didn't want me to do that. So, and at the end of the day, I was getting my monthly payment from him. You understand? And I do have other things that I'm doing for myself to get better and at the same time come out of this and the pain that I'm going through. It's not easy. A divorce is the painfulest thing, and I wouldn't even wish it for my worst enemy. You understand? At the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. He wasn't meant for me, and I have to look forward, and I still have to have hope and work on myself. And having psychosis is a really hard thing. Sometimes you can't work. Sometimes it's so exhausting. You start panicking. You start having anxiety. Sometimes you just lose it. It's really hard. And I'm still grateful, like God loves me and he knows that I can go through this. So that's all I want to say. And thank you for listening to me. And I will be coming into your lives to give you updates once in a while. I hope you remember me.
No worries.
I wish you all the best. Have a good time.
Thank you. I wish you all the best as well, Ish. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also, Ish, just you can look through the comments and pick what you wish from all the comments there. I have 5 more people. 5 more people, guys. Now, with the 5 more people, that's all the requests for tonight. That's it. No new requests, guys. If you're new here, if you are new, I want you to hit that follow so you can see me next time, okay? Remember, 5 more people. And once those 5 people, once I get through the 5 people, that's it. Heather.
Yes. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. I have a long history of being in abusive relationships. I was abused as a child. With all this Epstein stuff coming out, you can use your imagination. I don't need to go into that, but as a child, that happened to me. And I think it affected me because I've had 3 very abusive relationships. My daughter's father he was very abusive and tried to kill me many times and tried to control me and had a sexual addiction, was running around with hookers and...
Try to use TikTok friendly words.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Running around with ladies of the evening, and possibly, same-sex things too, which I have no problem with people who are gay, but it just wasn't part of our marriage agreement. And then I had to escape, basically, because I don't know what the diagnosis was, narcissist, psychopath. I really don't know. He had some celebrity. We were both opera singers, and we met singing together. And it was a very quick romance, and a lot of love bombing at the beginning and everything. So I thought, oh wow, this famous person is really into me, and my ego got the best of me. And I just had this whole fantasy about how, we were going to have a baby and we were going to run all over the world singing together, and it was going to be just amazing. And then it turned into a complete nightmare. And so I left him, and then I spent 18 years in court fighting because it turned out that he was sexually abusing my daughter. And the courts didn't help me, judges didn't help me, the church didn't help me. And now she doesn't even speak to him. Fast forward 4 years later, I met my husband, and we were together for 21 years. Turned out that he had a sexual addiction too to online things. In the end, I found out from a college friend of mine that he was videotaping me during sexual intercourse and putting it.
I don't know. We definitely need to, I guess,
Sorry.
say less of that because
Sorry.
they will flag it. So
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm not used to this.
just take your
He
time.
was videotaping me during intimacy and was putting it on the internet without my knowledge. And he's an attorney. So he was a Marine, he was an attorney, and I thought, wow, I can really trust this person. 21-year relationship. And we raised my daughter together, and he protected me against my ex-husband who was abusing my daughter. And I just thought, but there was always this online thing he was addicted to. And when I found that out, I forgave him the first time, and I thought, okay, we went into therapy, and I thought, okay, he's not going to do it again, right? Well, turns out he was always doing it, and he never stopped. And so when I found out he was doing that, my daughter had left by then. She's an adult, and I left him. I went to my parents' house, and I divorced him, and I was really broken. I ended up trying to unalive myself. I was so distraught about having that out in the internet of me, and having my college guy friends tell me about it was really humiliating, and I can't describe the feeling. It just felt like such a betrayal. And he was in the videos too, but he blurred out his face, but not mine. So it was very intentional. And it was, even my attorney, she had a hard time believing me until she brought it up to his attorney and said that this is out there, and all of a sudden it disappeared on this one site. It's still out there, and it'll always be out there. There's nothing I can do about it. I've learned to live with it. But it sent me to, to some pretty dark places, and I ended up being hospitalized a few times. Fast forward a little bit, I just, after I got a divorce, I started talking to somebody online, which I had never done before. It was this guy from Morocco. And I got involved with him. And that was a quick romance and everything. I think I was just needing an adventure. So I was feeling really freaked out after being in a marriage for 21 years and having that happen. And so I took off to Morocco just to see Morocco. And he's younger than me. So I just thought, well, I don't know what's going to happen. It's silly. And I just want to see Morocco and ride a camel and, get out of here. I really needed to get out of my surroundings because I was having a lot of trouble just functioning. Even like I was having panic attacks. I was just really not able to function. I couldn't even get out to go into Walgreens or go in, I would just sit in my car and I felt like I was frozen. It's hard to describe, but it really affected me psychologically. So I thought, well, this will be good. I'll go there. So after that first visit, there were a lot of sparks between he and I. And I felt like it was I felt like he was like a gift from God. Like, I can't even explain like how I felt about this person. And I never expected it, after what I had been through. I just wasn't even looking, for that. I was just looking to have a nice trip in Morocco. But anyway, fast forward, a year later, we get married. And he comes from a very poor family. He's Muslim. He comes from, he's Amazigh, which is like Native Moroccan. And, I saw his home where he was living, and they practically didn't have a roof, and they didn't have running water, and they didn't have anything. And so I bought his family a home, and I bought him a car. And I just, threw myself into this relationship, into this marriage. And then I found out probably 2.5 years into it that he actually sells himself. He's a prostitute, or whatever you want to call it. And so he had all these women I found on his phone that he was talking to, and just another big betrayal. And he stole just an unbelievable amount of money from me. I mean, I was paying out of, because I loved him, because I wanted to help his family. Every month I was sending thousands of dollars, but he was doing the same thing with all these other women. But he's married to me. I'm still married to him. And around that time, I confronted him with it. And he said, well, I have to take care of my whole family, which was true, but it just wasn't something I could deal with. And he swore that he wouldn't do it anymore. And he really didn't need to, because I was sending him money. He didn't need to do it anymore, but he kept doing it. And then he started to get nuts. He locked me in the apartment. He started to choke me, or I don't know if I can say that or not, but he would physically attack me, throw me across the room, and it was just this strange jealousy thing that came out of nowhere. Like, I was never unfaithful or anything. And this last time I was there, he did the same thing, and I had to escape. I was locked in a room for 2.5 months while he was out running around with other people, I found out. So by the grace of God, and honestly, you guys, I am lucky to be alive, because there were many moments where I felt like he was just going to unalive me and throw me into a ditch. And somehow I convinced him that I was going to go home and talk to my lawyers and bring back more money. And I think that made me more valuable again. So that I could just escape. So I made up this whole like thing just to get out of there. And his family, I've come to find out that his family was all in on it, that they spoke to these other women too, and that they knew, and his brother was in on it, and they pretended to love me. And I was living in the apartment with them this last time, and they knew that I was locked in that room, and they did nothing. No one helped me. And he would take my phone from me and accuse me of cheating and all this stuff and try to, put his hands around my throat. And I mean, it was bad. And I was locked in there for 2.5 months. I think I went out twice in that amount of time. And I was just so scared because I'm in a foreign country where women have no rights. He scared me into thinking that he had some ties with criminal organizations. And every time he would get arrested when he was drunk, they would let him go. He had some password that he could say, and then everybody got real scared and would just let him go. And he would drive the car and like practically kill us every time. And he just got really violent and crazy. And I just escaped like 20 days ago. And I'm home with my family, but I just don't know what to do. Like, I know it was all marriage fraud, and I know what he did to me, kidnapping and all of that, but I haven't reported it yet. And I don't know if I should. One half of me is thinking, as a Christian, that's my religion. He's Muslim, but as a Christian, you're supposed to forgive and just move on. And maybe he'll have to face the consequences and God will take over. That's just what I believe personally. But at the same time, then I think, well, I should stick up for myself. He stole over $300,000 from me. That's all I had in my life. Plus, me sending money all the time. And I even sold my car to like get him out of jail one time. He always came up with reasons, and I was, coercive control, I guess. I really got under his spell. I was totally under his spell. I believed all of it. And then I found out it was all baloney. But I'm home now, but it's been hard for me to even leave my room or get dressed, or I think since I've been home, I've gone out twice in 20 days because I'm still like struggling with being in captivity. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. But I just feel like he took everything from me. And he knew what I had been through with these other men. He knew my whole story. And in the beginning it was, it's the love of a lifetime, and you're the love of my life, and we're going to have this wonderful life together and all that. And it just turned out to be all baloney. But, I just don't know. I'm in therapy because I need it. But I just don't know. I don't know what people think. Should I report him? Because he's done this to many other women, and obviously it's marriage fraud. So, but I don't know if I should just move on with my life, or, I don't even have a car right now. You know what I mean? Like, I sold my car to get him out of jail. And, he even contacted me and asked me for more money the other day. He had the nerve to do that.
Dr. Ree, you have a thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Hey there.
Hi. I
Come
know it's
closer and get a hug. I am hugging you from here and showing you how much you are loved by God. You are absolutely loved by God. If there is anything you need to know right this moment, is that God loves you. I really wanted to just put this out here that a lot of people really underestimate families of these narcissists and abusive people. You really underestimate them. They are all in on it. They
Yeah.
know what their son is doing or their daughter is doing. They know their children. There's no one that has gone through what you've gone through that has told me, oh, his mom and dad didn't know. No, bruh, they know.
Yeah.
And so when you're dealing with families and they're loving on you and they're going, oh, this lovely thing on his platform, just know that you are loved by God, and anyone that dares you will face God full force.
Thank you. Thank you, Ray. If it's your first time here, guys, if this is your first time watching my live stream, hit the follow so that you can see me another time. Oh dear, I have too much requests right now. I was looking to get off in probably 5 minutes. Yeah, I was looking to get off pretty soon. I will only take one more person. I said 5. Okay, let's go through the list. So 1 down. Beverly Hills. Collinsville, Beverly Hills. Going through the list, guys. 4 to go. Wow, love it. Okay, Shane, Shane. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you.
So this is just a talking platform where we just talk about what's going on, or what?
Sure. You can share a experience. By the way, I'm gonna give you like probably 5 minutes.
That's fine.
But yeah, it's exactly what it says here. That's what we're doing. So if you have a story of your own,
Yeah.
feel free.
So about 6 years ago, I got sober. Okay, I was a drug addict for a little while, and in my early 20s, and I got sober, and I met a female, and I'm a female. I met a female at a rehab center, and we got together. It was probably a stupid decision on my end because, I mean, I had just gotten sober. I shouldn't have been anywhere near a relationship at all, but things progressed really quickly, and by 9 months, we were married. 9 months into the relationship, we were married. Things were good at first, you know, like they always are. We got our own place, and then that's when things kind of started taking a turn. It's like she completely checked out. She stopped going to work. She would stop. She was depressed. She had stopped brushing her hair. She just like went to this depression stage where all she wanted to do was binge watch shows and like not do anything, not do a single thing. Like she just was a completely different person than when I first met her. And I should have saw the signs, you know, of her relapse. I should have saw that that was the inevitable thing that was going to happen. But I didn't. I just kept, trying to encourage her to be better and to try to get my wife to, feel better. I mean, I was trying whatever I could to make her feel better. I got her a car. I got her, I was basically paying everything, and I was just trying to like provide for her, and be the best wife I could be. And I know she eventually started using. I mean, there were plenty of signs, and it wasn't until this time with our dog, she was walking our dog, quote unquote, walking our dog, which she never did. She let the dog pee and poop in the house all the time because she was depressed. She didn't want to go anywhere. She didn't want to do anything. So she never really walked the dog ever. So I knew that was a lie, but she said the dog got into something in the ground and was overdosing. And to me, that was suspicious, because how do you know what he got into, without it actually being yours that he got into, you know what I mean? Like, what I put together is that, she left dope on the counter, the dog got into it and overdosed. That's what happened. I know that's what happened. And anyway, so a few months after that, I left her, and I just had to leave, because I was going to just jeopardize my sobriety for nobody. Like, I couldn't jeopardize myself and everything I built thus far, even though it was only, a year in. I was in it. I've been in it. I've been sober this long. It's been 6 years, and I've been sober. But I had to leave for my own safety, basically. So I left, and then shortly after I left, I met someone. Probably about a month after I left her, I met someone, and it turns out that he was my soulmate, and we got together, and I fell absolutely head over heels in love with him. Meanwhile, she's using, still doing whatever. Her family contacted me about a year into it, and was like, have you heard from Alex? Sorry, I shouldn't say her name. Have you heard from her? Have you heard from her? And I'm like, no, I haven't heard from her. Like, why are you asking me? You know what I mean? Like, we haven't been together for a year. But so she was obviously out on the rails. So anyways, me and this man, we continue our relationship, and about 2 months after our relationship started, he ends up being diagnosed with cancer of a certain kind, that when he needed treatment, it was going to severely hurt his chances of having children in the future. So we made the executive decision, like, hey, I'm old enough and I'm stable enough, like, hey, I want to have a kid. Like, it's about time anyway, and I love you, and this, is the best decision for us. And he wanted to have a kid eventually, but with this treatment, it was going to severely diminish that possibility. So anyways, we ended up having a kid together. So we have a kid now, and it's been going great. I mean, we have our own little family. We're completely madly in love, and it's been going amazing. Except now I'm in this predicament where I'm still married. Okay, so that sucks. I'm still married, and when I had my kid, they wouldn't even let me put him on the birth certificate because she was still my wife, so they consider her the father. And it's like, how does that work in the state? How in the fuck, you know what I mean? We're both females. How does that work? I'm not, I guess there's IVF and stuff like that, but it's obvious, I have another relationship. He is the father, she is not the father. Anyways, there's a whole legal thing, and I had to go through a bunch of hoops to even get him on the birth certificate of our child. And it was just really stressful. And now I'm going through the divorce process. I had to, it's not anything dramatic like that or crazy like this last girl. I feel so bad for her. And honey, report, please. Heather, report. Because, sorry, I'm going off topic, but Heather, report that man. He's horrible. What you went through is horrible. I'm so sorry about that. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going through the divorce process now, and it's been difficult because I couldn't find her so I couldn't serve her. And then she tried to exploit money from me several times, trying to exploit money from me, saying that I'm the reason that she's using, and that I'm the reason that the dog died, and I'm the reason that this and that. And then she used my daughter against me, saying, "Oh well, I'll sign this paper if you give me money, or I'll sign this over if you give me money." You know, stuff that was important for my daughter. And it's like, dude, like typical drug addict behavior. And then anyways, I went to the whole thing. She finally ended up in jail. So I found her. She was in jail. I could finally serve her. So I went to the whole divorce process, all the way up to the hearing. Got to the divorce hearing, and they told me that I filled out the wrong paperwork because I had a kid. I thought that since, you know, it wasn't our child together, that I could fill out the one form and it would be fine. Turns out, no, I have to fill out this different form. So they made me go back all the way to the beginning of the divorce process to file again, spend all the money again, and finally get through it and to the divorce again. And I'm currently in that process, waiting for a response, which isn't going to happen. So I don't know, I'm waiting for it, and hopefully this whole nightmare will be over. But yeah, that's been my crazy relationship journey for the past 6 years. I'm sorry for, you know, not having any other crazy journey, I guess. But yeah, that's my crazy journey.
I appreciate you sharing. Shane, Shane.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm not gonna comment.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that I wish you all the best with everything.
Thank you.
Yeah. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
All right, that's gonna be it for tonight. You know, a lot of people are actually going through a lot, guys. You know, a lot of people are going through a lot, and you know, only when you hear these stories, you know this. Know what I mean? So someone said we held space. Cool. Well, for everyone who it's your first time here, I appreciate your time of night, your time of day, wherever you're watching from. Let's drop some country in the chat. Let's drop some country in the chat. What country are you watching from right now? Type it in the chat. Also, hit the follow so you can see me another time when I rejoin. Hit that follow so you can see me another time. What? I always tell people once you drop the flag in the chat, I see Canada, I see Jamaica. Wagon. I was in Jamaica a few days ago. I was in Jamaica. Yeah. All right. I see all the countries. I see y'all. Again, thank you guys for watching. And hit me with the follow so that you can see me next time. When will that next time be? I don't know. That's how you gotta follow so that you can see me whenever I start this live stream. Until next time, guys, I'm gonna be peacing out right now. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Hit the follow. That's my last word. Oh, hold on. Dr. Reed, you wanted to say something. Let's close off with Dr. Reed. Hi.
Oh my God, before you left, I wanted to tell you, you are the calmest host I've seen dealing with such a
All right, guys. All right. So we're starting off. We're starting off here tonight. We're just getting things started. What? Keith? What? Hold on, Keith. Keith, wait. What's up? I remember you. And see you. How's it going, man? Guys, if you're new here, my first goal is to get to 1K. Okay, that's the first goal. I'm just starting off, just kicking things off. Literally 1 minute in now. So can you guys hear me? That's the first thing. Are you guys hearing me properly? Can you hear me clearly? Besides the noise in the background. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? No, yesterday it was pretty awesome. Overall, I think that we had quite a bit of interesting story. Overall, yesterday was awesome, to be honest. So I would say that if we could do that today again, we would be onto something, okay? Because yesterday I think we got around what? I don't remember how much, but it was very interactive. And we had some awesome stories yesterday. Mark, M-A-R-I-C-A, Marisa, welcome back to the building. Marisa, what's up? Welcome back. Guys, remember, we want to get someone on here right now. Like, my first goal is to get to 1K likes. So if you're watching, let's get to 1K likes firstly, okay? I like to do that within 5 minutes because I've been on here for 2 minutes now. Oh man, 2 minutes. Yeah, I've been on here for only 2 minutes. Liz, what's up? I've been on here for only 2 minutes. So let's get the likes up to 1K. But yeah, overall, again, I will be getting people to share their stories. I will be getting people to share their thoughts. That's what it's about. That's what the entire stream is about. You joining, sharing a story that you're comfortable sharing. We have a lot of people who are, I think I had a lot of people who came on in the past. They were sharing their specific story for the very first time with anybody, like literally anybody. So can you imagine? They join and they're like, hey, it's been this thing. It's been years now, and you're the first person I'm sharing it with. Like, can you imagine? So yeah, we had a few of those people. And we will be getting let me turn this thing down. We will be welcoming those people again tonight. So if it's your first time here, guys, welcome back. I know it's not my usual time. My usual time is around 11 or so on, but on my time right now it's 9:50 p.m. It's 9:50 p.m. So if you are here for the first time, I want you to type first in the chat. If you're here for the first time, type first in the chat. And we're going to be kicking things off slowly but surely. Now, guys, how are you guys doing? I don't want y'all to stay silent. That's the first thing. Don't stay silent on me tonight. If it's your first time here, I want you to type first in the chat. We're just starting off. We've been here for what? How much minutes now? Let's see. 3 minutes. No, 4 minutes now. So I've been live for 4 minutes, just starting things off, just kicking things off. So let's see. Who would love to start off tonight? So I would like to get someone to join. One of the toughest things every night is to get an icebreaker. I don't think you guys understand. Snow White. Snow White, how's it going? I see you. Snow White, we're getting to, I appreciate you talking on the screen. Guys, let's get to 1K. Let's get to 1K, that's the first goal. Over here, all you guys doing? Remember, there's a heart somewhere there. Lock in with me, guys. Snow White, is it your first time here? Is this your first time here? I would love to know, acknowledge all the new viewers. So if this is your first time, I want you to type first in the chat. Type first in the chat. First. No, I've been here a few times. Okay. Alrighty. So you know what we're doing. Okay. Fine. Thembi, Thembi. We have Thembi, first time here watching. Who else? Guys, keep that going. If this is your first time, type first in the chat. Let's acknowledge you. What country are you watching from? So it's your first time. Type first, and I would love to know what country you're watching from. I know that if I have someone watching from China, I know that I'm famous. So let's see, who do we have here? So we have Thembi from Canada. Cool. Thembi from Canada. Who else? Let's keep the pace going. If you're watching my stream, let's keep that pace going. In the meantime, oh, Melanie, you were here. Were you here yesterday? Oh, Monkey. Oh, I didn't catch that name. Can you hear me? I can't hear that person. Can you guys hear? Okay. N-A-M-I-B, Namibia. What? I think it's the first time I'm getting someone from that country. Like, that's awesome. What's the weather like there? What time is it there? Guys, if you're watching, it is a good time to request to join. Just remember locking with me, guys. Pose. It's very beautiful. Cool. Is it sunshine there? Like, do you guys have snow there? I'm sorry. I would literally have to look up that country because I'm not familiar with it. But yeah, overall, guys, yesterday we had it was an awesome little stream. Sissy with the chill. I see you. How's it going, Sissy? Welcome back. Just starting things off. We're just kicking things off, guys. So I would love to have someone join right now to like share their story. It's always awesome when I have someone literally join when I just start and not wait until I have too many people here and then I might miss you because I have to, end the stream at that time. But yeah, I see I have a few new people. Guys, drop your country in the chat. Let's keep doing that. At least until Yusuf. Sheriff, what's up? I see you. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Just getting things started here. Honestly, I want someone to join. Someone requests to join real fast. Now is a very good time to have someone join. Even if you have a story, let's chat. Where are you broadcasting from? I'm in Canada. I am in Canada. Yeah. Let's see, we're gonna have to wait tonight. Which province? Haha. I don't usually tell which province though. I don't usually tell which province. But yeah, I'm in Canada. The time, I know, right? FMB with the rose. Thank you. Guys, I want someone to request to join. My, this is always the toughest part of my stream. Just getting someone to join initially. because the thing is, once I have someone join like now, then I have everyone wanting to like follow behind, which is we understand. People like to people like leaders. Overall, people like to follow. You know, unfortunate. But yeah, keep if it's your first time here, you're just joining. How are you guys doing? Welcome to my live, and drop your country in the chat. We're trying to acknowledge some new faces today. Well, right now. And also, you see the prompt. If you let me remove this one. You can see the prompt. If you have a story of your own, let's get you up here real fast. Hi, can you hear me? Fearless, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Hey.
Hi, it's first time here.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. So do you have a story for us tonight?
Unfortunately, I do.
No, because you also said it that you.
Wait, I don't know. Not unfortunately, but
Fine. Just remember locking your eyes.
wait, I don't know. Not unfortunately, but
What's up?
well, I sometimes still can't get over my ex, not because I still like him, but because of what he did to me. We've been together for like over a year, and after a year of relationship, first of all, he didn't do anything for our 1 year anniversary. He didn't even say like happy 1 year anniversary, babe, whatever. But he also was cheating on me this whole time. All year and like whatever we were together, over a year, he was literally cheating on me with like how many girls. I can't even count his body counts. Like I don't know his body counts. And the thing is that I was still a virgin. I was trying to save myself for marriage, and he was only trying to, like make me have some with him. And this is the only thing he was dating me for.
Wow.
He was literally using me for money and for this like intimate stuff and things. And right now, since I was like, we started dating when I was 15 and he was already, let's just say legal. He is now going through this trial and court stuff. And even though we broke up over like a year ago, I have to go through this. And I like, this is the like main thing I can get over him. Because he might end up in the jail.
Oh, I see. Oh, so like you're saying that he was pretty much older than you at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
I know. I was just naive, and I would call myself stupid that time. I was 15. I was like just a teenager that wanted something real and stuff, but I was naive. And I mean, I'm just sometimes blaming myself for being that silly and stuff, that I believed him. But he was 13 years older. I know.
Chat.
And now, since I'm legal as well, I have to go through all of that. And I have to deal with it all alone, because no one and nothing can now defend me. And if they find something that I was blamed for as well, then I might like meet the consequences. Something I might face it. as well. Yeah, this is probably my biggest mistake of my whole life.
One thing, I think someone also said it, you don't have to like blame yourself, because you also said it that you were young and naive and you don't expect to know it all at that age, but you're talking about someone who probably know better, right? So you don't have to blame yourself.
I know. I'm just kind of tired of it, but I
Guys,
just
tap on your
hope.
screen, guys. 5K likes real fast, please. Go ahead. Oh, you don't have to tap. They should tap. You're telling your story. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just hope because it's the next trial is like in a year, literally in a year, and I have to wait this whole year I don't know. I just don't want him. The one more thing, I don't want him to end up in jail because I'm not this kind of harsh person. Sometimes I can be harsh, but I am not that harsh that I want him to end up in jail.
You said you have a child, like,
No, I said that
okay.
I don't want to be this like harsh person. I don't want him to end up in jail.
Mhm.
I can be harsh, but not that harsh to want this man to end up in jail. I just think
So
that everybody.
how
Right
do you
now I'm 18. I'm turning 19 this year.
so how do you like cope with all of that? Just some example. Maybe others, who knows? There's probably someone here in the watching who want to find the strength that you have. Like, how do you cope with something like this?
Honestly, I don't even know myself. I know that I've been raised as a strong and independent woman because my life has been all this. And I just learned not to trust people, especially like I'm not saying all the men, but whenever the man gives you like some signs, like you are saying that you are a virgin and you want to wait until marriage, and he is trying to push you to force you to do that, this is like the first sign. Plus we are in the 21st century. Many men are like this in this whole world, no matter the nation, the country they're from. This is the first sign. Next one, he was trying to do this, let's just say pull out this card. If you don't do this with me, like I love you, but if you don't do this with me, I will like have to break up with you. And me as a naive little girl, teenager, I believed him and I was afraid to lose him, which now I understand I was so stupid at that time. You just as a woman, like not even as a woman, as like a person, a human being that deserves the best, you just have to know your value. You have to know that you are stronger than you even think you are. If people try to put you down, you try and put yourself together and get even more strength. This
Mhm.
is just the way I deal with it.
Guys, tap on your screen, guys. Let's get to 5K. Wow. So, like, do you, like, overall, I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but, like, do you, in this situation, do you have, for example, like therapists or like how, I'm just trying to understand because it does seem like it is something that is still on your mind. Obviously, you won't forget, right? But what would be an issue is how is it impacting your life on a daily?
Yeah, I am going through therapy. I was going through therapy since like 15. after like everything
Tap on your
happened.
screen, guys. Tap.
And I'm still going under the therapy, but now I just got my like own one that I'm paying for,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not like just that, but many more things that is like happening in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, even related to my family, my parents, my siblings that literally hate me for, I would just say, nothing,
Guys, tap on your screen, guys. Tap.
just what existing. Well, yeah, I'm going through therapy, and I'm trying to share my story with like as many teenage girls as I can, because I don't want them to end up like me and make the same mistake as I made.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But I'm just feeling really good that many teenage girls are actually feeling safe, with sharing their stories, coming up to me asking for help. And many people here in my city, from different shows and programs, calling me, like inviting me over to share my whole life story, not just one story, but my whole life story. And let's just say most of the Canada now are trying to get with me to help many other people.
Yeah, because that's a very I mean, it's an unfortunate experience, and you never want anyone to have to go through that. So definitely, it is like important for people, or teenagers, to get that message. Hey, um, maybe not maybe not to believe what this person is saying, or not be persuaded by these older people with other agenda, right?
hmm
Wow.
If not many as many people can help other people, especially teenagers, then I know that at least me can help them. So I'm actually grateful that I had so many, I would just say, life experiences to just share with people, and yeah, and just try to help them.
I
That's
usually I
why.
usually do this. What advice? I'm pretty sure you gave an advice already, but I still like to ask, what advice could you give the viewers tonight, just based on your whole experience?
My advice to many people that I give right now is just, well, I was growing up as a strong and independent woman, and I grew up as one. But my biggest fear is to ask people for help. And this is what I'm trying to deal with right now, because I've always been doing everything myself, dealing with everything on my own. So first advice is, especially in this kind of situation, I was trying to deal with this myself.
Mm,
So just don't be afraid of asking help, especially of somebody that's got more like life experience than you. And always, I'm also Christian, so if you are not Christian, you don't have to be religious. I would just suggest
Guys,
and
tap on your screen,
advise
guys. Tap.
to trust in God, and try your best to believe in God, because even this whole situation, I still see his glory and his hand on me and my life.
Well, that's good. That's good. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Appreciate you sharing
thanks.
your story. Um, wow. Alrighty. Thank you again for joining and
Yeah,
sharing with
sure. Thank
us.
you too.
You take care, okay?
You too.
Bye. Alrighty, thanks for sharing for sure. Guys, if you're here and you'd love to share your story, hit that request to join and I'll get you in. Okay. Also, guys, you got to tap on the screen. Come on. They said it's free. Appreciate you guys tapping. Let's get some more viewers in here by tap. Hi, Teresa. What's up? Can you hear me, Teresa? All right, Teresa. All right, so if you are here and you'd love to share your story, let's keep the pace going. Hit that request to join and I'll get you in. Shawnee, what's up? Molan. You sent a request. How is it going?
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Good. Have a story for us today? Guys, please stop. I don't want to disturb interrupt the story. Just stop on this. All right, go ahead.
Yes, I do. So I'm trying to show up better for.
You need your kids to be big and tall. So life in it is this cool natural selection. It's true. Like if the tree has a mango and I can reach the mango and if you can't reach the mango, you're gonna die. And in nature I would have lived and you would have died.
Guys, keep tapping on your screen, okay? I'm not sure I don't know what's going on with him. But let's see, are you there in Molan? Molan? Are you there? Are you still with us? Guys, you're watching the live. I want you to just tap on your screen. If you have a story of your own, hit that request to join and I'll get you in right after, okay? We are at 31. Come on, guys, we can get to 10K likes. Let's try to reach that goal. I think if I reach that goal in let's see, just gonna say 15 to 20 minutes, then we would probably get a lot more story as well. So I appreciate you guys. Keep tapping. He fell off. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I have no idea. But yeah, if you're here and you got to send it Molan. If you want to share, you have to send over your request. Just resend it and I'll get you in. Okay. I don't know what happened there. Guys, if you're here and you'd love to share your story, hit that request to join and let's keep the pace going. That previous guest that we had, that is a very, I sent you those. You said, I sent you those prior lines.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Hey,
Juggalo 894, what's up?
Hi.
I'm going through some stuff right now, sir. But maybe you can help me with this situation. I'm going through some other advice. Maybe you could help me with this situation. I've been dating this girl for about a year, and she's been divorced from her husband already, and he just won't let up. The trauma bond on her is horrible. We have little arguments. It gets me upset. Her son will not let him go either. It's causing friction between us, and her son just won't listen. He's 13, and I'm trying to love her, and it's hard to love her, if that makes any sense. I'm just pouring out tears for her every day. I'm fighting back. I'm trying to stay clear of the wounds, trying to stay positive through this whole healing process for her. But every time I try to get close, she gets cold.
And you think that he has something to do with it?
Like there's something over her head, I think. He has something over her head. And he just won't let go.
So they were married, right?
Yeah, only a year. Correct.
They were married for a year. And they got divorced.
Correct. Yeah, because it was an unhealthy situation. He was cheating on her, leading her on, not taking care of her like he was supposed to. And it just feels like every time she gets mad at me, it feels like I'm getting the anger that was supposed to anger is supposed to go to him, but I feel like it's going on me, if that makes any sense. It's like going on me, and I'm like, I'm not the one, honey. I'm not the one that's doing this. I see the narcissism in him, like the mask just came off, and he just won't let go. And every time she yells at me, I'm like, "Excuse me, honey. We shouldn't have problems a year and 3 months. We shouldn't have these kind of problems where you're going off on me. You should be going off on your ex-husband who didn't take care of you. They don't work for you. Who cheated you, leading you on with other
Do you think
women."
that maybe I know? Okay, so first of all, because you in those situations you want to see what you can do to kind of well de-escalate for a better word, and for example using the in that exact same thing that you just said there,
Yeah,
referencing the ex-husband, maybe that would maybe that would kind of interfere with the delivery that you're trying to, like the message that you're trying to convey to her, right? So that's just saying you're looking at it from what can you do, like what can you look at the things that you can control overall,
okay.
because you can't really control how she reacts or how she responds, what her behavior, all of that. So just based on what you said just now is what I'm commenting on. You know what I mean? Because that would probably escalate things instead of de-escalating, making reference to the ex-husband. Does that make sense?
That makes
Again,
sense.
based on what you just said there. And overall, you know that you can't necessarily you can't force someone to appreciate you, can't force someone to like to love you and all of that.
Understandable.
You do your best. You do your best. Put your best foot forward. See what you can. Am I doing something wrong? Is there something that I need to improve on? You try your best, and sometimes you do your best, and it's still not enough. Maybe that person is just not the right one. Someone else will probably appreciate. Someone else would probably appreciate your effort and your time.
All right.
You want to explain more?
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
long story short is we're actually a high school lovers years ago, 23 years ago, and our relationship was on it. It lasted about a year, almost a year, and we dated years ago in high school. And obviously, you know how relationships in high school they fall off. You get ones that last for years, months. We lasted 5 months, and every 5 years was, hey, I'm out here. Hey, I'm here. Look at me now. Oh my God, you're here again? Like popped up. Like the chase was starting to come again. And obviously, life caught up. We were all dating different people, but it felt like part of me was still there. Part of me was like there, so to speak, on and off through life. We were messaging each other, checking up on one another. And it felt like there was love there again. On and off, saying, I'm sorry, I didn't want to say goodbye, and all these other things, and have tattoos on our body that we got when we ran away from home that still are on our body. And it's like everybody she had was just bad for her. And I feel like I said earlier, I feel like that there's a trauma bond between her and her ex-husband, and he just won't let up. Her son's swearing all the time. Her son can't even stand him. And it's just like one thing after another. It's just like exhausting.
So is it that
sometimes.
who was she the one who like break up with the ex-husband? No, I don't understand.
Yeah,
Like why is it
she's the
so?
one, yeah, she's the one that broke up with him because it was so unhealthy
Yeah,
for
so
her.
I don't understand why. She I guess, is it that she wasn't healed, from her past? Like maybe she needed to take some time to heal before getting into another relationship. Who knows? Because
Yeah,
that's something that is safe to say that she's still. Oh, I have Shawnee. Let's get Shawnee up here. I wonder what Shawnee has to say. Guys, tap on your screen. Tap on your screen. Shawnee, you requested to join. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back.
What is his name? I don't know his name who's on here, but
Juggel, Juggle or something.
Doug, thank you for being vulnerable and coming on here.
Yeah, it took a lot of courage. It's been a wreck.
No, I'm so proud of you
Like
because you do need an outlet. You have to have an outlet, and it doesn't seem like she can be an outlet right now because she's going through so much.
Exactly, and
So
it's like
I don't know.
my birthday yesterday, and then it just went.
It's not you and it's not her. It's unresolved trauma, and that can be dealt with in therapy in 6 to 12 weeks. Like, I don't know how, like, that would even just help a little bit if you could, like, steer her in the gear to get therapy. And you need therapy too, because you need to be able to support her and your own mental health while this is going on, and she can't be your outlet. So just having someone to talk to every other week and have them check in with you, and just making sure that you're level-headed, especially if you think it's not toxic enough to leave the situation. Because if it's that bad, I would just say separate yourself for your own mental health. And that doesn't mean you don't love her anymore, but if you think it's worth fighting for, then you need to ask for help. That's what the last girl was saying. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because shame only keeps you in the dark. And if you think she really needs help and she's that stressed out, like, try to get her some help. And that doesn't mean like, oh my God, she needs help. It just means like she needs more support. And I don't know if you guys are religious or go to church or find somewhere where there's a community of women who have gone through what she's gone through with like the toxic ex, and still having to like be connected to them, and how it can leak into your new relationship. And that's what the ex wants the whole time. He wants to ruin that. So I would just definitely look up your resources. If she likes to do art, there's art therapy. If she likes to work out, there's all these women groups she can join, and you can literally sign her up, like, just to do fun stuff. Because I notice when we're not doing fun stuff, life gets really serious, and then like the fighting kind of gets worse. And when you're making those good memories, it kind of balances out everything. Just making time for fun stuff, you know, like, even if it's little. I don't know what you guys like to do, but
She loves
just
diamond
making
art.
things more therapeutic for her.
She loves diamond art here on TikTok. She has her own diamond art channel.
Ooh.
She loves diamond art. She's been, I guess, fascination with it 4 years ago, and she has her own channel here, and she's trying to bring her platform to life, and I'm there to support her through that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to show her that I can be the guy too that can have my hobbies too outside of it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think she respects you?
It seems like there's some respect. There's mutual respect, because when she gets upset, immediately she hugs me and tells me.
Yeah, she feels bad.
Yeah, she's been crying a lot lately.
Yeah, you gotta get her some help, because that's going backwards. Even though it seems like it's numbing her, you gotta find her something she really likes to do outside of the house, with where she's interacting with like other people and able to connect with other women who, you know, just might end up being her bestie who's gone through the same thing, or she just wants to be. You need to get. That's kind of things you do when you want to numb and you want to isolate.
Because you said, how soon did you both got together after she left her ex-husband?
We got together like when she noticed her marriage was starting to tank.
You sound a bit muffled. You want to get, I don't know,
adjust
the mic?
Her marriage was starting to tank in 2024, and it got worse. And it just got worse and worse. Unhealthy, not taking care of her. And then it just like I came on to where she's like, sorry about that.
No, keep going. Keep going.
It was so unhealthy. Her marriage was so unhealthy. She came to me about November 2024. Like I said earlier, we were high school sweethearts, and every 5 years we were reaching out.
Mm-hmm. You know, I know how that is.
And it felt cool. I was like, holy shit.
It does feel so good. It feels so good to connect with somebody like that, because they're not in your immediate space. You're not in her immediate space. And it seems like you guys are gonna be each other's like final getaway from like the world, and like you were her safe person. That's what it sounds
Guys,
like.
keep talking, guys. Stop, stop, stop.
You seem like you were her safe person in that time, so you like if you got her out of that situation, she needs to be stabilized before she can go into another situation. So if you really want to help her, you have to help her get stabilized. That means no drinking, that means doing healthy things she loves, things she likes. If she needs to get in therapy, then she absolutely needs to get in therapy, and we're adults, and I don't think that should be a hard conversation. Especially everybody in the world needs therapy for what's going on right now with all the freaking what
There's a
files.
lot going on.
Everybody's going through it. So like if she needs a little extra help, I mean it makes sense. There's a lot going on in the world. You said she has a child, that's a lot. So basically you took on kind of like a job, and if you're not down to sign up for that job, that's completely understandable, because you're going to sacrifice a lot of yourself and your peace and your happiness. And I don't know if you still hang out with your friends or you're isolated, because those toxic situations can take a lot of your energy. So you actually don't even have time to hang out anymore. So you need to make sure you're not just like getting sucked into this thing.
Yeah, a lot with a lot with my guy friends. They encourage me to be better, and they're like, just show her who you are. You're gonna have to show her who I am.
Yeah.
Look at it.
So, Shani, so Jugalo, I generally like to ask this question. You know, based on your situation, what could you tell us, like in terms of an advice? What advice could you give us today? Can you hear me? I'm not hearing you if you're saying something.
Are you talking to Shawnee or?
No, I'm the.
What's your name?
My username is Juggalo984. It's after my favorite band, ICP.
Oh, nice.
Yep, I listen to Insane Clown Posse.
Okay, and yeah, you need to make sure you're having your own life and stuff. But what advice would you give to other people as you're in your situation? Is what Chill was saying. Like, if you see me walking into a situation like yours, what would you tell me?
Basically, do get your stuff together, do things that you love doing, and let it fall into your arms. Let them get their peace, let their peace too. Let them sit there with them with therapy. Make them sit there and listen to how I feel, and let them express how
Amen.
they feel. So basically, a teamwork. Basically, teamwork, working together through it, and discuss their problems.
So you would say it's worth it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think you're going to be able to actually take those steps to try to like get her and you some more support?
That's my main goal.
You say that's your main goal? Okay.
Yeah, you can look up a lot of therapies online. There's a lot of lines like crisis lines if she's freaking out, where she can just talk to a counselor. It doesn't mean she's crazy. It just means she's overwhelmed and you're not understanding her. So you could call a crisis line for her to talk to somebody. You could call a prayer line and somebody would literally pray over her. I don't know what you guys, are into, but there are some resources for right now.
All right, ma'am.
All righty.
Right,
thank you so much again for sharing. I'm gonna try to
thank
get
you
someone
for
else
listening.
on, but
Thank you for listening, sir.
no worries. You take care of yourself and
Take care.
Shawnee, what's up?
Hey.
It's
I
been a
turned
while.
into Dr. Phil. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
I've been not been on here as often.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Has there been any interesting stories today? I mean, everybody's story is pretty interesting.
Oh no, well I have I just started, so we're getting there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm supposed to be studying, but I still got you right here. So I'm gonna be listening. I'm not gonna get on anymore. All right. Take care.
Thank you for joining.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Anytime. Bye.
All right. Who's next? I did see another requester. Where did that person go? There was someone else, but I believe her request timed out. If you're here and you'd love to share your story, hit the request to join and let's go for it. In the meantime, guys, let's get to 5K likes. Usually we are at 5K in like 5 minutes or 15 minutes. That's my usual time frame for that. But I get it. I've been absent for a few days, so a lot of new faces. So it's okay. It's cool. I'll work with what I have. Now that you're here, let's get to 5K likes. Don't stay silent. And if you would love to share your story, hit that request, that button. This one is your favorite button today. This one. So hit that and let's go for it. In the meantime, where are you guys watching from? I know I have a lot of new faces today. What country are you watching from? I love to ask that. Someone said, is really all that? Ah. Okay. I don't know. I hate nonsense. Guys, like I was saying, Jennifer, welcome back again. I would love to have someone else join to share their story. Let's keep that pace going. It's always interesting to hear, other perspective. You kind of hear it's not even perspective; it's reality. What's going on out there in other people's life, and you might think that you're going through the worst, and then you hear some of these stories. You're like, you know what? You said, what happened? My internet shut down. Your internet didn't want you to see the end of that, what we concluded. But you didn't miss much. Yeah. Guys, let's keep tapping. I want to get to 5K. 5K likes. Morning from Cape Town, SA. What's SA? Cape Town, SA. What's SA? South Africa. Am I right? Cape Town, South Africa. SA, South Africa. There we go. There we go. Welcome, welcome. What time is it there? What time is it there now? What's the time there? It is now 10:34 where I'm at. 10:34 p.m. Jennifer, I see you. I see you. We're almost at 5K, guys. Almost at 5K. I don't know. Oh, 6:34. Is that AM or PM? Is that AM or PM? You should do one with people can talk about their crush and get their crush. My. That's interesting. So they should talk about their crush and get advice. I don't have advice, but just the problem is that I would have some like maybe I would have like some people that I wouldn't want to advise. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's the thing. So you'd be like, I would be pick and choosing. Then they're gonna be like, oh, chill charm is this and oh is that. You know what I mean? I did have a few people. Well, I had another request, but that person timed out. So I guess we're just gonna wait. I have no problem waiting. It. I remember when I just started this stream. I had what, 5 viewers, five, and we had a lot of stories. Like stories were flowing. So let me see. Oh, hold on. Anyways, Antas, I see you. Antas, what country did you, I think you typed it, didn't you? Yes, 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 you did. You said you're in South Africa and it's 6 a.m. So now is your so I remember back in a few weeks ago when I would do my live stream until around 3 a.m. or thereabout my time. I would have lots of people from SA because I know the time zone based on, so 1 a.m. here, 10, it's now 6 there, right? So 11, 12, yeah, would be the morning and the daytime for them. So I would have lots of people from there joining. But yeah, guys, if you're here and you'd love to share your story, you gotta hit the button, guys. You gotta hit it. That's the only way. That's the only way I get to keep our stream going. We have, I'm pretty sure I have some new faces, still have some new faces right now. So if it's your first time here, I do want to see all the new people. I do this every day. If you're new, if it's your first time watching me, you're watching this live for the very first time in your life, I want you to type first in the chat, type first or new in the chat, whichever. GUIDE, soul. So you're new, you're just watching. It's like, it's your first time watching my stream. Antas, what? I thought you've been here. TYAH, oh, TYAH, Tina. Did I get that right? Tina. And welcome, guys. I see MAEMAE. You know something? The names, the unique names. Okay, let me get this one, guys. I will get this one. Let's break it down. No, hold on. Guys, if you have a story, I want you to request to join and tell us, okay? Just request to join and tell us. Don't tell the story in the chat. We're not taking stories in the chat. Yeah, just remember, we want to keep the pace going. We just want to get you to request to join and tell us about it, and let's chat. So the name is MAE, Mail. Oh my gosh. Let me not embarrass myself right now. Tiana is how you pronounce it. Okay, Tiana. That was, your name wasn't the challenging one at all. Like, it's that other person name out there. Like, if I could get that person to request and tell us how to pronounce their name, that would be awesome. That would be cool. In the meantime, it's me, y'all. Tiana. Tiana. Oh, me. Okay. It's me, y'all. All right, we'll call you It's Me, y'all. Anyways, there was someone, I see someone here, Fendi. Fendi, this story for us. And starting updating. You guys can hear me clearly, right? It's loud and clear audio, but like no muffling, nothing. Yesterday I was having a hard time with my audio for some reason. Sure, go for it. So do you have a small story? Let's hear it. Find that iPhone charger, of course. You know, a lot of people, they, well, like me, if you're like me, even when the phone is on, even when it's on, even when the phone is on 6%, I'm still using it like it's on 100%. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. First of all, pronounce the name.
Malin. Malin.
Malin. Okay. Okay.
They did it like I wanted to just do like the Malin, but it wasn't available, so it's just Malin.
Gotcha. All right. You have a story you said.
Yes. So this is my ex-boyfriend. I feel like I shouldn't list names, so I'm just gonna call him T. So I dated T for about 3 years, and I kept having nightmares about him like leading a second life and cheating. So when I thought, well, he's really nice, so he wouldn't do that, until one day I just had like the biggest urge ever. And it was somewhere I would never check. I got his password. It was on Facebook, little Facebook Messenger. So I would have never expected that somebody like my age. So we're 18, and I found on that phone all 5 of his exes, and he was grooming somebody since she was 10. Yeah.
Oh, that is.
So not only that, but after I found out, right, he ran up all my money. So probably spent about $500 a week. Told everybody it was crazy. And yeah, like I said, small story, you know, healing. Oh, and you know, he had a small dick too, so it didn't really make anything better. Yeah, that's my story. Thank you guys for hearing that. I, of course, am still healing. I'm with someone else who treats me so much better. Yeah, he was broke too. He never spent anything on me. So it's like, it really wasn't worth it. And that was like 3 years wasted of my life. Yeah, that's all I have.
Man, he needed lots of help. Like,
Thank
that
you.
is.
Thank you.
I appreciate you joining.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I will now exit. I don't know how to exit, but
Before you
yeah.
go, though, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Before you go, I like to ask the question: what advice could you give us, just based on that experience? Like, some people would welcome just an advice.
Oh, for sure. Don't like always listen to your intuition and don't ignore the red flags. Like I ignored the red flags. He was asking me to steal from my parents and everything, and that went like over my head. I did it because you know, young and dumb and everything. But yeah, just like always listen to your intuition. That's all I got.
Alrighty, thank you so much again for sharing. Oh my, he needs help.
Thank you for having me.
Take care. Take care.
You too.
Hmm. Chat. Chat. Oh, you're asking he was how much? Oh man, like I'm not even trying. That's that's wild. Guys, let's get to 9. Oh, we're almost at 10K likes. Wow. Guys, we're almost at 10K. I mean, let's go. We can get it. We can get to 10K. We're almost there. So keep tapping. That's all I'm asking. They say people would say tapping is free, which is true. but I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say, let's tap so that we can get some more stories. Anyways, if you're here watching, you have a story that you want to share with us, hit the request to join, and I'll get you on here to share your story. Let's see what the chat said up here. Someone said, "Oh, Mia, welcome, Mia, welcome." He's not supposed to run up your money. So you go, Antas, he said, "You go, girl." Guys, remember, if you're here and you'd love to share your story, I'm just reminding you, I don't have a queue right now. So hit that request, get yourself in line, and we will get you on here. Was he older and how much older? I know, right? That's a good question. But yeah, you know, we heard the previous story. It's like this thing is so common, you know? And so that's why when you have kids and you have your family members, your nieces, your nephews, all of those, you just gotta um, educate them and kind of share certain things with them. Because what happened is these people come in and they mislead and lure and all of that. All his friends left him, and apparently he's going you know she said he's going bald and all of that stuff. Oh my gosh. Hear that? He said he's going bald and all of that. Right? Anyways, do I have anyone else who want to share? Who else? Who else? I don't, guys, why are you guys holding out tonight? I don't get it. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I do see we have a few more new people. As always, tap if you think chill is a listener. Chuni, be nice now. Shawnee, CJ. Wow. No, no one will tap. Um, anyways, let's see. Let's see. I want to acknowledge the new faces tonight, all the new people. If it's your first time here, I did ask this earlier on, but we know how it works. You have new people every time. If you're new here, type new in the chat. GWAI, Guai girl. I see you with the chill. What's up? Welcome back. I'm trying to help everybody. You know how people are that I don't know. There's nothing that listen, there's nothing on planet Earth you can do to get people to top. I'm telling you, they just won't. ALETH Alithia. How's it going, Alithia? Welcome. Who else? You're new. Welcome to the hottest show. We're now at 10K. Whoa. 10K. Look at me celebrating 10K when usually we are even at probably 50 and 40. Anyways, I will just try to be more consistent because I know that that's the issue. I'm always also way down in ranking. I'm doing horrible right now, but it's because I haven't been consistent. I think I was off for almost 3 weeks. 3 weeks. That's what you get. That's what they give you when you're off for too long. They want you to be here 24/7. I'm telling you. But yeah, I'm not about to do that. I just try to maintain. Somebody tell us about their new. Ooh. Are you so you're think do you think that we should um yeah, see what you say. Say someone tell you about their new partner. Well, that would be interesting. Who have a new partner they want to tell us about? That's interesting. maybe, people are sometimes afraid to share about the new person because they don't know what they will turn out to be. You know what I mean? They're like, oh yeah, he's so good. Oh yeah, she's so good. And then next week, yeah, I thought, yeah. But in the end, that's how relationship is. You obviously you don't know it all. You just gotta do your best. You can try to evaluate the type of person that you want, and you date that person, all of that. But in the end, you're actually putting your trust in someone, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just either trust them, or when I say trust, I mean entrust. You entrust your heart, your emotions, and all of that into that person, or with that person. You have no option. If you are saying that you're gonna have a relationship, all of that, you just gotta do that and just hope for the best. Yeah, you just gotta hope for the best. So for each time we hear a story here, mind you, no one forced you to be with that person. Nobody did. It is unfortunate, but no one forced you in. It was by choice, and we do know that those are the possibilities when we get ourselves into like relationship and all of that, marriage. You know what I mean? Now we again we just have to hope for the best, and if it doesn't turn out the way we expect it to go, then we find ways to deal with it. You move on. If you need therapy, you do that, whatever it is. It's just like you gotta just look at it logically as well, right? Because it's true. Anyways, I've been talking a lot. I don't really like who guys. If you have a story, I think Shawnee said if you have a new relationship story that you would love to share with us, maybe you just met someone. Um, you think that person is amazing. Tell us the amazing story, and then give us an update in like a few weeks. Then you give us an update in a few weeks. How about that? I love logical. I know, right? Logical. It doesn't always sometimes it is hard to accept, but sometimes no matter how logical it is, it's like, why? Emotions and all of that just defy logic. When you're feeling a certain way, you don't care about logic. It don't matter. It's like that person shouldn't do that thing or whatever. But it's just, yeah. Guided soul. Do you want to join and explain that name? Chanela with the likes. Whoa. Can you do speed dating, Jamaican edition? Oh man, why Jamaican? No, I don't want to do Jamaican edition. Come on. If I'm doing it, I'm just doing it. Anybody dropping, that's it. I don't like to make it specific. Christian edition, even that would be better too than specifying. Well, that's also, but that's fine because a lot of people, even if they're not Christian, they want a Christian woman or a man. I am thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. But are you saying that you would be joining the show? I think what I would do is I would try to get people. How would I do that? Let's talk about that. Hi, 851245. Welcome. I see you with the chill logo. Welcome. Guys, remember, in the meantime, I'm talking. If you have a story you want to share with us, hit the request to join, and I'll get you. Despite I allow my soul to guide me, despite it, nothing makes sense or despite it not making sense or being logical. I see. Guided. Do you want to explain that? What are you saying? What are you saying? Like if I'm doing guided by fate, okay. Okay. So you're saying that I should do speed dating? What would that look like? I mean, I could, but it's something that I would plan a day. So let's say I do it on every this day or that day, like every Tuesday and Wednesday. Just for example, I would set a time, a day, I guess, because I wouldn't want to just do that. I wouldn't want to do that strictly. You know what I mean? If I should, let's say I try to do that right now, how much people would participate? Let's see. Do we have a single people in here? Let's see if we have per single people in here, and then we can match y'all. No, but seriously though, how for everyone watching, right? Do you think that you would participate in speed dating live stream? Like if I should do that right now, Shawnee, you're the first one. I know you're not going to participate, okay? Because you're studying. You don't have time for this. Who else? Who else? Who else? Exactly. You're not participating. You're not even turning on your camera. Exactly. Exactly. uh, see, that's the whole thing because you're gonna have to turn on your camera. And who do I have watching right now who is willing to turn on their camera for speed dating? I'm just being for real. Like, I'm just trying to show you why I probably just stick to what I do. I see this person. Who is this? Seriously though, who would actually turn their camera on? CHARM. Charm. Welcome. Charm, can you hear me? Charm. But yeah, seriously though, who would actually turn their camera on for a speed dating show if I should do that? In the meantime, if you're new here and you want to share your story, hit the request button and I'll get you in. You see what I mean, right, Shawnee? Yes, tell us ahead of time. So, no, but that's the thing. You said tell us ahead of time. Half the people here, they're probably not following, right? And so they maybe won't even see me next time when they're scrolling because they're not following. So, and you know how that is. They choose to follow if they want to, which is fine. But the point is, we have this conversation, and I probably won't see them tomorrow. So it's just He said, dude, we're crusty right now. You see, I want someone get on camera. You see, if I get, okay, here's how it works. So I think what they do, they have a lady up and they say, oh, speed dating. And so they have the men join and whatever, whatever. See, go study. Go. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, seriously though, I think if I have one person, like one, I would start off with one lady who is willing to turn on their camera. And then we will try to see if we can get a interested guys, like guys who are interested. And then we try that. I don't mind. I'm flexible, just to give that one try. But yeah, I'm about to eat the heck what is some fried chicken and veggie. Adrian, wrong place, wrong time, bro. Do you want to? Do you see the topic, Adrian? Adrian, Adrian, what's up? You play guitar? Is that guitar? You still get hungry? Anyway, they're not ready yet for that show. I know. I'm telling you, if they were ready, I would have lots of people requesting. Like, if I have one lady, I think that would be a start. You see what I mean? Katha, Catalina. You're trying to change the focus, Catalina. You're trying to change the focus. Why are you trying to change, switch the focus? No, we're trying to get, I think what I'll do is I will create like a, what's it called? I think I'm gonna do that for like, let's see, go over there. Let's see if I can create a, I'm gonna create that label. I'm gonna create that label and explore it so I can show you guys a few things. In the meantime, if I have someone here who wants to share a story, the floor is yours. You can go ahead and hit that request to join, and I'll get you in. Oh no, it won't allow me to create a new board while I'm live. So I'll just have to, I just have to wait. Can I do one from my laptop? Y'all notice how I'm wide awake right now, right? The hours, it's ticking. So by it's gonna be around what, 12? Then I start yarning. Y'all know what I mean. But I'm awake. I'm awake right now. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm still here. I'm gonna be I'm gonna try to get someone on here for a speed date. So if there's someone who, like a lady, let's start off with a lady or a guy, it doesn't matter. You think that you want to try and get a partner, you've been struggling, you're tired of those toxic relationships, and you're tired of that, and so um you want to try to see if you can get a partner from TikTok. Yeah, that's what it is. You'd be getting connected with someone, a total stranger on TikTok here. And you know what would be fascinating? To hear progress. I think I'm gonna do that, since, let me tell you why. It's a good, Shawnee, you I'm on to something based on what you said there. That's made a good suggestion. Because if I'm doing the relationship stories and say all of that, um, we have a lot of people who are just going through it. You know what I mean? And sometimes they're they're probably open to finding a new partner. So if I said I will do speed dating on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whichever, it would make sense since I have the whole relationship theme going here. Feel me? Um, tricks. I keep saying that, but TRIXX something. I see your picture. That's why I said that. You're up there. TRIXHH. How is it going? I can see your picture up top. You and what's her name? Shay. What's up? Guys, if you're here and you'd love to share your story, hit the request, hit the button, hit it. So Shay, I see TRIXH. There's someone else I want to shout out. See, Shawnee's still locked in. Shawnee, listen, you better study, okay? Like get A's with whatever you're doing. Who else? Shirley, I see you. Welcome back. You've been locked in, Shirley. But yeah, seriously, I do see I have a lot more new faces here. If it's your first time, guys, just type new. I want you to, I want to get you to participate. So if you're new, type new. If you are new, type new. You say, hey, can I just type mine? Oh man, so I'm gonna have to read it. Can you just request, like, Shay, that would be greatly appreciated. If you could just request, that would save us a lot of work because, yeah, I'm gonna have to be reading. I'll have to read. Do you think that you can do that, Shay? You can try a talent show one day. It would be nice. Can't family is, let's see. Okay. All right, type it and let's see where we can where things go from there. Guys, let's get to 11K. Tap on your screen. We can get to 11,000. No, it's just not 11. 12,000. We're almost at 12,000 likes. But yeah, type your story, I guess. I did type it though, so you're gonna have to read it. You typed it? Where is it? I didn't see it. Shay, you didn't type it. You didn't. So type your story. I did type it though, so you're gonna have to read it. All right, let's go. Post it. And I'll try to read. Don't blame me if I can't read. Yeah, redo it because that's the problem with typing. Like, I didn't see that. Yeah, just retype it and repost it. I heard this song yesterday. I'm like, what's this song? I don't know. I just like music. And if it sounds melodious to my ear, then I'll listen. And I happened to hear this one yesterday. And now I'm going on a date with him Friday. That's the end of the story. I didn't see the start. And now I'm going on a date with him on Friday. Louis, what's up? Welcome.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm doing good. British bottle of water. How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sorry. What did you say, British? I'm from Australia.
Oh, okay. It's the accent. That's, so I'm wrong. All right, you have your story first?
I do have a story actually, and I'm just wondering if people might be able to help me out. I was actually married to a Nigerian. We started communicating back in 2017. I went over there for twice, 2019, for 3 months, and then I went over in 2020. I had a 1-year visa, but because of COVID, I had to actually come back after 3.5 months. So fast forward to 2021, my fiance then came here to Australia. We got married in 2022, and then 3 years and 10 months into the marriage, he's asked for a divorce. So I'm just a bit confused as to, was he here for just a green card, because that's what everyone's telling me, or was he here for the right reasons and then just, because the excuse he gave was the cultural difference. What else did he say? The cultural difference. There was a few. The lifestyle was very different. But I mean, we're going on to 8 years of a relationship / marriage. So these excuses to me were just excuses, I think. So I just want to hear from others and just see what they might think. Was he just playing me all this time because I've spent a shitload of money on him and he's filing for the divorce in November? It's only been 4 months that I've been single, but I'm sitting here trying to scratch my head and wonder, where did I go wrong with all this? Because I gave this guy the world and then some. You know what I mean?
Chat.
And I'm left with him walking out the house. We had an argument. He walked out, told me he wanted some space. Then 3 days later, I receive a long-ass message saying our marriage is over and you'll find the keys in the letterbox. And I met this guy in 2017 and I pretty much supported him for the first 4 years before he came out here. And what I mean by that is helping him out where he needed food or where he needed water or a roof over his head. I paid for his rent. I fully furnished an apartment for him. And he gave me no red flags whatsoever. Once that PR came in 3 weeks after, I saw a big, big change in this gentleman. A big change. And now we've been separated for 4 months and he's reached out to me maybe 5 or 6 times just to see how I'm doing. That's it. Doesn't want to work on anything. He doesn't want to resolve anything. He's done with the marriage. He's done with it. He's telling me the lifestyle. Then go back home to Nigeria. You're living 20 minutes around the corner if it's the lifestyle. That's what I mean. It doesn't make sense. And I'm left here crying. I tried to take my own life. It's not even worth the bullshit that you go through. Believe me, all I did was feed this guy and help this guy till he came here. Then he got a job, yes, and he started working and started paying some bills, which he threw back in my face. And I'm like, how could you even say that, man? I've spent 80,000 plus on you to bring you here to help start a genuine marriage and relationship together. And what, 10 months after you've become a PR, you've walked out my door. So I just want to hear from others, maybe other women or other men have been in this situation, because to me, it doesn't make sense. Why tell somebody it's the main reason is our lifestyle, but you're living around the corner 20 minutes away? Then go back home if it's the lifestyle. What are you doing still here? So to me, they're all excuses. That's what I feel now. I didn't see it when I was in the marriage because I didn't see red flags and things till he got the PR. But I just say to myself, like, why do people do this? Is this something that people are trained to do to other people? Because I've never been so disrespected in the 50 years of my life that I have from this gentleman. Doesn't make sense to me at all.
It doesn't make sense. And you're right. You're looking at the comments, right? Some people there saying that he absolutely dated for the green card. Someone said
No,
you
I didn't
did
look at
what
any
you
comments.
could.
Sorry, I've just been.
Oh, you can't see the comments? There's a lot of
I wasn't looking at him, sorry. I was just talking to you and focusing on sort
oh,
of, on that. Yeah.
okay.
I'm just really
Yeah.
pissed off. I'm just really annoyed because I think if you're not man enough to come and sit down with your wife and just decide to leave our marriage just like that, you've disrespected my family, my parents. You've just disrespected everybody. We made you feel so comfortable here. And that's what I'm still pissed off about, because you're not man enough to come and sit down and work it out, or try and, okay, Louise, I don't want to be with you, but, don't give me bullshit excuses because it's the culture difference. I've been dating you since 2017. I just haven't presented myself, hey, I'm a white Western woman. He's known this from the get-go. My personal thing is he came here, it was too much of him, too much pressure, like he was saying, from back home, and he doesn't have the tools to be with a woman like me. That's the bottom point. That's what I feel. You know what I mean? So just doesn't make sense to me, and it leaves a really bitter taste in my mouth, because I just feel, are people brought up and taught to treat people like this? How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night?
Do you say that
knowing
you
what you've
saw
done?
signs? Like, did you see some signs that
I saw some red flags sort of after a year that he was here, saying, sort of the it's boring here, and everybody in Nigeria comes and sits around and chats and talks, and, well, I'm sorry, Australia isn't like that. A lot of people keep to themselves. Like, you want to go and mix with other people, go and see family or friends, or go to a pub or something. Do you know what I mean? We don't just all sit outside and everyone comes gathering around, like he was telling me, and they all start drinking and eating each other's food. We don't do that here. Different culture. But that shouldn't be an excuse for you to leave a marriage. Come on, guys, seriously. I gave my all and then some to this guy. I would have given him my last breath, and he treated me like a piece of shit. It doesn't make sense. And I can take it further for a scam marriage if I want to. But you know what? I can't be bothered. I've given so much time, energy, effort, money into this relationship. Let God, our creator, look after him, or the karma bus will come and get him. Because that's all a lot of people are telling me. Even my own psychologist is telling me that I should take this further and send him back home, where he can't come back to our country here. We can do that here if we think it's a scam marriage. But it's a big process. It's going through court. It's a lot of probably money involved. I don't know, but I don't know. I just feel what he done is not right, and there's no justice for it.
wow.
And I'm sure I'm speaking on a lot of women and men that have been scammed, or that have been, their feelings have been taken for granted or whatever. I just don't know how people can sleep at night. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it is, that's unfortunate. And I'm pretty sure, like you said, you were looking at a long-term marriage. Probably you guys discussed kids and family and all
We
of those
spoke
stuff.
about that. We were going to adopt. We were talking of adopting, because I'm 9 years older, so there was no way I was having any children. I've already discussed all this with him. And now I'm hearing from people, oh, no, especially the Igbo, the Igbo tribe, they really want children. Be honest. Be honest. You know what I mean? If you want children, be honest with the person that I'm thinking I'm going to take my last breath or grow old with this gentleman. And obviously he had other plans.
Yeah, I mean, those things, like I'm not saying, I don't know if that's the situation here, but we do know that these things actually happen, where people, they pretend and they use people for their own benefit, whether it is for money or green card or whatever it is. So it's a lot of those things happening, for sure.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's important to really, especially when you see those I'm saying green flag, when you see those red flags, as they call it, you got to lock in on
We
those,
did. I
especially.
did see a couple, like I said, the first year of our
Yeah,
marriage, and I talked to him about it, and I was saying to him, you're sort of always
prior to
talking down on me.
prior to
So we
marriage.
worked on those. Yeah.
So prior to marriage, do you think that did you see any? Guys, if you have a story that you want to share with us, hit the request to join and I'll get you in afterwards. If you're new here, hit the follow so you can see me next time. Louis, Do you think that there were signs that you missed before you got married? And how
I
long
think I
before
was
you
very
both?
naive because I think looking back now, I've had 4 months to sort of sit and sit on my own and write things down. And I think I was very naive. You know, there was probably a red flag here and there, but you're so into the gentleman or the gentleman's into
Right,
the woman that you don't really sort of, you know what I mean? Give it a sort of
right.
second thought. And I'm thinking it's still early days. He'll sort of, but then, like I said, 3 weeks after that PR, oh my goodness, the gentleman that I met back in Nigeria in 2019 wasn't the
Wow.
same gentleman that left my house.